Hooray! So today I'm going to showcase a car game, which I'm not familiar with. I am not good at playing. The last car game I ever played was Need for Speed Most Wanted. Yup. But I've been spending a lot of time with this one. 51 hours in specific. And honestly, I find it pretty good, but I know that most people have very strong opinions about car games. And they don't like it when people who have no knowledge of what makes a good car game talks about it. But I can share my knowledge on the things I'm good at, which is everything but the actual game. The feature it has, everything that ties the game together. Now I couldn't tell you if those features are missing in Forza 4 or if Forza 3 was better. I couldn't tell you that. Obviously, I haven't played them, but I can tell you roughly what I think about this. I'm gonna start with the options menu, and oh boy, there's a lot of features in here. Every type of volume that you can ever want is here. You've got a lot of options in this game. If you want to tweak something, if you want to change something, it's in here. Now, I don't particularly know if what systems other people run this in, but I run it with a 2080 Ti. That's what I've got, and an i7 processor, and it runs fine for me. I wouldn't say it's like fantastic. It's not. It's got problems. It has a lot of accessibility features, though. I will say there's a lot here you can play with. You know what? Let's run text to speed because it's funny. And then in controls, you can change the inputs. You have options, and I do believe that everything you'd expect works with this. If you want to use a control, you can do that. If you want to use a wheel, which some people have, believe it or not, you can use that. Accessibility it has for colorblind people. It also has. They put motion blur in accessibility. I'm not sure why, but it has it. Okay, I guess. In difficulty, you can kind of change how the runs, the races go. But enough about the boring part, because I know what people want to see. And it's the game. Now, a couple of things. This game is made by Playground Studios, and it's published by Xbox, believe it or not. So if you have an Xbox account, it will work here. I don't know why you would ever want to link them, but you can. And honestly, I've had quite a lot of fun with this. I don't know what else to say, actually, because the game is, like, incredible in terms of, like, how it performs. But I couldn't tell you if that's bad handling or good, but I can tell you can tweak a lot. Alright, don't mind the anime car. Yep, you can. So the first thing I'll show you, just normally, without any sort of... And that's the driving. Now, the driving in this game comes in two parts. There is the road driving, and then there's the off-road driving. And you can tweak cars to be individually good at both, or one of them, so that you might have a Formula 1 car that's like incredible on the road, but as soon as it hits any dirt, it just spins. And then you can tweak cars to be like off-road, good at what I was just doing and driving on a dirt road. I mean, that's fine. You can also kind of tweak cars to do a bit of both. So they're not like great at either, but they're good enough at both. Now this car is made for off-road. It's not fast. It's not particularly good at that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you a bit of the driving. First I'm going to show you the map. And yep, see all this stuff? This stuff you can do. Now, the big things here, like this one, this one here, that one, these have to do with I guess you can call them missions in the game, a story, right? Some of this is story. And then these ones here, like like this one, the one with the smaller ones, these are races, and they're different types. This is the you drive really far, cross country. It's what it's called. Then there is the normal races, like let's see if I can find one. That's another one of the cross country. There's a normal race, as you can see. You'll see exactly what kind of map you have there. Same here, also a race. Now this is off-road, right? As you can see, it will show you roughly what that off-road is going to be. And then there is another one for these red lines as well. That is a type of off-road as well. So you have a lot of stuff you can do in this game. A lot. There's speed stuff. You drive through something and you sort of beat the speed and you get stars for doing it. Then there's the drift. There's also a longer speed thing, which is like an entire road that you have to drive on. So you have content and jumps, of course. There's a lot of content in this game as far as what you can do with the time you have inside the game. I'd say it's pretty good. There's also these kinds of seasonal sort of temporary stuff that pops up, which I mean that's fine, pretty fun. Now, looking at all of this, you can also find these little. There's a lot to do. I won't lie to you. There's a lot to do. You can spend 50 hours just collecting some of this stuff. Which is what I've done. That's what I've done. Now, this is one part of the game. And there's the other part of the game. And the other part of the game is in here. So all of these have a lot to them. So campaign is like you can unlock stuff for your sort of gameplay needs. As you can see, I've played quite a bit. And then there's the festival playlist. Again, this is microtransaction stuff. I'll get to that, don't worry. The accolades and stuff, like you get little rewards for doing stuff in the game. And honestly, they're pretty good rewards, I won't lie to you. You get a car here, for example. That's nice. You get them for like completing stuff, doing stuff in the game. And now we get to the difficult part. Okay, so you can buy cars, obviously, as you can imagine. You get money in the game, either from doing races or from just doing whatever. Money in the game is easy to get, do not worry. I haven't bought a single car and I keep getting cars, so it's not too bad. Now, what is this? Well, there's the auction house, which is the
auction house is for buying and selling cars at the festival. If you go down there, invite me, okay? I love
So I can sell a car or I can buy cars that are being auctioned by other players. That's nice too. There's the car pass, which, I mean, it's not really my thing, honestly. Car packs, though. Car packs, you buy them, and, I mean, they're fine. But, again, I haven't figured out how to do any of this. Like, it tells you can buy this car for 1.5 million, and you probably can, and, I mean, it's fine, but I've never done it yet. I haven't had the need to. So, all of this is like in-game stuff still. You haven't been sort of thrown into anything yet. There's another aspect of this, though, that I want to show, and it has to do with car collection. So, here are my cars. Got quite a lot of them. Like I said, I've only got 50 hours in the game, and this is what I've collected so far, so trust me when I say you will not be scarce for cars. There's cars in the game. So let's hop into one of them. I have a favorite, so might as well. I have the Bugatti, which is one of my favorite cars. It's very, very reliable. It's served me well so far. Now, there's an aspect of the game I don't like. You have to travel to this festival hub every single time you want to do anything. Which, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of clicks to get what you want. Right? And I don't like that. I'm sorry, but I think a good UI shouldn't have to do this. But it's fine. Now, I mentioned you could tune cars. You can. and this is tuning setups that people have made, right? I haven't made them. People have made them. So these are like, will tell you what they do. So this is like, oh, you know, the tuning set I've got, I think is this one here. It's one of these three. This car is extremely reliable. Extremely reliable. I think I have this one. Actually, I might have tweaked this one myself, believe it or not. So you can actually do that. You can tweak it yourself. You can do whatever you want. Like, there's custom tuning. You can go in and you can do that if you want. I'm not going to do that though, but you can. Like, you can change everything in the game. New engine, new car, new wheel, where the car brakes, how it drives. Like, this is very good. Now, I said earlier that I do not know if it's changed from game to game. I have no idea. But I'm just telling you what the game offers at current. There's also car mastery. Now, this part of the game is actually fun. I find it fun. So there's like little upgrades that have to do with racing or driving around or, you know, all kinds of stuff. And you can master an entire car by spending these experience points. And I'm going to show you what that is, but I'm going to do that in a bit. I'm just going to make sure I've showed you everything in here. You can also design the car with vinyls and stuff. Now, you might be wondering why my car's got a bunch of anime chicks on it. Well, it's because you can actually see what people have made here. See, these are a bunch of cars that people have made with this particular Bugatti. But they've made, like, really cool or really snazzy looking vehicles. Like this one, for example, looks incredible. Look at that. But you can also do your own. And that's what I've done here. Like, some of these are cars that I've made, but not all of them. So you can really, like, customize. Now, I've made this car myself. Like, see all these on? I found these in the game available. You can get them. I'm not sure YouTube's going to get mad at me for showing that, but I don't care. You can kind of sort of put vinyls on. Like, if I wanted to put something here, or here, or here, you can. Like, if I go in here, you can, like, load a vinyl group. See? Don't mind any of this. It's fine. You can kind of search for things that you want. For example, if I recall, I'll do this. I think it's in here. Like I said, this game needs a better UI because you need to go in here to find vinyls. So if I wrote, I don't know, let's try, I don't know, HoloLive. Why not? And you search. You get a bunch of HoloLive stuff. Right? And you can put these on. Nothing will stop you. And these are the things that people have made. This is made by a bunch of people. So you can kind of really make your own little car, or you can make these yourself. You can, because people have made this painstakingly bit by bit themselves. And what I mean by that is, people have gone into this section here and made this from pre-existing shapes and stuff in here, which is insane if you think about it. But yeah, that's what people do. People do this stuff. They're incredible at this stuff. So very, very impressive. Very impressive. Incredible. So you can really make your own stuff. Now, I don't know if that's bad or good, or if it's changed from game to game. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you that if you want a car game that has a lot of shit to do, you can lose yourself a couple of hours, and it won't come back to bite you. You won't have to think too much. This game is it. It really is. And that's not bad for the game. Like a bad mark on the game or anything. It's not. It's a good thing. This game has nailed the just drive around for no reason aspect. Now, see at the top there? I'm getting experience. Well, car experience, car mastery, has nothing to do with the car you're driving. It's an overarching experience grind that you can sort of get by doing stuff. For example, if I do a big jump, I'll get some experience. Boom. See? If you destroy stuff, you get experience. If you combine skills together, you get experience. So, and this sort of ties into itself. So if I go into car mastery, this car's been mastered already. These points here, they'll keep accumulating, even if you drive a car that's been mastered already, right? And you can spend them on any other car. So it's tied to your skill as a driver rather than the car itself. Now, how do you get new cars then? Like, how do you sort of, well, every time you level overarchingly, because there's an account level as well, you get a spin on a wheel. Yep, gambling, basically. But don't worry, it's not gambling with money, although that exists. Of course it does. Yeah, I'll get to the microtransaction. Do not worry. I'm going to spend half this fucking video on that. But if I go in here, you'll see these two. See these two? Super spins you get from completing legendaries. You get them from doing, you know, quite rare stuff, but they do pop by. Wheel spin is right here. And that's the normal, you get, I think you get 2 or 1 for every car you've mastered fully. So, I mean, there's an incentive. I'll show you this, though. As you can see, you can buy this, and yeah, it's with real money, and it's going to throw you to the Steam store, and yep, it's exactly as horrible as you think it is. Do you need any of this? No, not really. I'm not sure you can actually buy gambling. I kind of just assumed you could. But if you can't, then that's good. I've never done it, obviously, so I wouldn't know. I know that there's a lot of rankers. There is a lot, okay? Like a lot. But I'll show you a spin, why not? Here's what it looks like. The super spin has 3. You get all 3. So I got 10,000 money here. Okay, so let's do another one, because this is funny. Alright, so I'll do 4, and then you can see what I got for those 4. I got 175,000 there. That's pretty good. And then I got a car, right? So it's quite generous. Oh shit, wrong button. You can skip it as well if you don't want to see this shit. It's okay. So, as you can see, you can kind of... It's quite easy to get cars. Trust me, it's not a problem. Even if it was, like, the amount of money you get is ridiculous, so... In my opinion. So, it's not like it's gonna sort of run out of you, or run out or anything. I've never experienced it, and I'm quite liberal with my tuning, like, you know, how you tune your car, change an engine, all that. It costs money. It costs about between 50,000 and 150, depending on what you're doing. So, and I've never run out of money ever. So, I considered it quite easy. Now let's talk about the aspect of the game that I absolutely fucking hate, and I will never stop harping on this. I'll be 90 years old and I'll still say the same stuff. Like, I hate this. The gaming industry today is shit. Like, you pay so much for so little. And let's talk about it. So this game is $60 or $59.99. But that's basically 60. Okay, that's the marketing scheme of 60. And then there is the premium version, or whatever they want to call it. Again, the gaming industry loves to do this. Premium, ultra, mega, everything bundle, but then it's not everything. So I don't know what point of naming it that is. But anyway, the premium one is like, I don't know, $79.99. I'm not even gonna bother with the names. Next one's $99.99. Do you get stuff for it? Sure. Do you get as much as an entire game's worth? That's like the difference between the 60 and the 79 is 19, right? Yeah. Do you get Darkest Dungeon worth of content for that, or Erotis worth of content for that? No, not even close. Is it worth it? Probably not. But if you play card games and you love this stuff and you really want the complete bundle and you're willing to spend that extra, you're still not gonna get the complete bundle. So go fuck yourself, because again, if you want everything this game has to offer, if you want to play this game and have everything in it, everything. Don't. You need to pay an extra. Now, bear in mind, this is extra. This is not included. Extra. Extra 201 euros for every single piece of DLC this game has to offer. I'm talking every car, every expansion, everything. I'm going to talk about the expansions too. They might be included in the premium. I haven't checked, because as soon as I see premium mega ultra bundle, I get annoyed immediately, because I know that they split the content from the game's original amount into these fucking bundles. But the game has 2 expansions. One of them isn't released yet, I think, and the other one is like a Trackmania sort of throwback. And sure, that could be fun. You can get both of those expansions for 34. I think it was 34.99 euros. That's worth it, I think. It's an extra piece of fun, and it has decent content. If that's included in those 2, I think it might be included in the 99 version, and that could be worth it. But again, you're not going to get any rottest amount of content from those expansions. I bet you that. So it's not like in terms of DLC culture, if it stopped by the 99, like if it offered you the 2 expansions in the 99 bundle, let me actually check that. Does it do that? I didn't check this beforehand, but trust me, I'll check it during. I don't even care. Like, I will. And they always hide this stuff too. So it's difficult to find out. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Okay, so the premium version does include both expansions. And it also has the VIP pass, and I'll talk about that. Do not worry, you're not gonna lose out on the most egregious part of the game, in my opinion. So you know how the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, whatever, had a sort of button that you could buy that says, you get more experience and money now. Yay! And then suddenly they felt that the game was like made for this type of difficulty, and they made everything else slower and more difficult, like experience, all that, just to incentivize people to buy. Well, VIP passes that. The only difference is you don't need it. I played 51 hours of this game. I've never run out of money. I've never run out of points. I've never run out of experience. Like, I don't know what it gives you. I haven't even checked. But I've never had a problem with anything the game offers me in terms of content. Like, I get cars regularly. I get points regularly. I get very high scores easily. I, perform everything in the game pretty good. But for fun, I'm going to go out and I'm going to check exactly what that VIP pass gives you. Because you can buy it individually. Of course you can. Let's check. What does it give you? Okay, so they get 3 cars. That's nice, I guess. Get a bunch of emotes and vanity items, car horns. Sure, that's the beep beep on the car. You get a house in the game. Whatever. 2 credit race rewards. I mean, whatever. Weekly bonus super spins. I mean, again, it's fine, but it's not like, ooh. Let's see. And that's it. Do you need it? No. Never needed it. Never even considered needing it. And honestly, it's just weekly super spins. That's fine, but see, this is the problem I have, right? Imagine if you played like me. You played this game for 51 hours, right? That's what, ever since it releases in months, yeah? So you missed out already on, like, I don't know, 20 super spins, whatever. Well, you won't get them accumulately, bet you. So, again, you should have bought the VIP pass if you're going to buy it from the start of the game's release. And because you didn't, you're going to lose out on that. And that's going to suck forever. I don't like that type of business practice. It's stupid. You shouldn't do it. It's bad. Shit. But if the game only offered you the premium bullshit without the VIP pass even existing, I don't think the game needs it. The game doesn't need it. In fact, you can put that as an in-game reward. Like, if you beat the campaign, you get the VIP pass. Why not? But hey, I know, greed and everything. If they only had the DLCs pertaining to the premium bullshit, and that's it, I'd be largely fine with this game in terms of its DLC culture. But since it nickels and dimes you, if you want to be nickeled and dimed, it makes me irritated, to say the least. I do not like it. I think it's a shitty model, and you shouldn't do it. No game should do it. I know I'm harping. I don't care. Do I recommend this? Yes. Ish. Okay? Like, you know how the Euro Truck games have, like, an incredible amount of DLC? Or the Railroad game, whatever. It's got, like, billions of DLC. This game is that, okay? Be prepared for that. You buy this game, it will try to nickel and dime you. Not in your face. The game doesn't do that in my face. But it's always there in the background. And that VIP pass, even though I didn't know what it did, right? If you're at least the least bit of research inclined, you'll know what it does. And when you buy this game, you're like, oh, I could have a super spin right now, but I don't because, you know, I don't have the VIP pass. Shit like that, scummy. It's really scummy. The game shouldn't do that. But it does, and this is the culture we live in. So I recommend this game on a heavy sale. And when I mean heavy sale, I'm talking 50% minimum. You can get this game for half the price, about, you know, about 30 euros. Or a premium for about 60. Then yeah, I recommend it. Because then you get the amount of content you should be getting for $60. Or euros, depending on your residence. I recommend it then. I do not recommend the game at its full price. I can't do that. I can't, in good conscience, recommend you the game for 60. Right? Not because the game doesn't have content for 60. It does. It absolutely does. But because of how it treats the rest of the game. The DLC culture in this game is horrendous. Okay? Like, if you buy the game for $60, you don't get everything. And I'm not saying you should, because games are difficult to make, I know. The graphics engine today take way more to develop and tweak around everything else, and that's why games are so expensive. And the big companies don't know how to use a marketing team anymore, so they give them billions and billions and billions when they should really be just getting a couple of million, right? They are wasting their resources something fierce. But that's neither here or there. Today we're sticking to this. And I can't recommend you this game without a sale. Not because the game isn't good. It is good. It's very good. Like the normal gameplay that I'm doing now. All of this stuff works like you expect it to. And it's fun. It's good. And I still can't recommend it because I know what's lurking just around the corner. Now, if you can accept that you have to spend $200 to get everything, if you're a completionist, if you're not, if you can accept that the game has effectively gimped you a little, giving you, I wouldn't say giving you less points, but it has the VIP pass for $19.99. You think about that for a second. So yeah, that's what I think about this game. I'm torn between recommending it and not. I can in good conscience recommend it, but at the same time, the game's good. So, what do, right? You want to play this? Bear in mind what I said. Do not buy this and be like, oh shit, look at the microtransactions. If you don't like that, yep, this game is going to be a difficult sell, honestly. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm not going to plug myself because fuck that shit.